Hey, what's up? I'm Matt with Let's Talk Music. I'm here with Steven Richards of Taproot.
Hola.
How we doing, man?
Pretty good. Excited to be playing shows again.
I know, man. I'm excited to see you guys playing shows.
Just ignore us and you'll be fine. You'll be just fine.
Hey, so this is an album release party. And what was it that made you guys pick this venue for your album release?
It's kind of like perfect timing. You know, we've done a couple shows just to get our feet wet and stuff, but Columbus has always been great, plus especially with the rivalry of schools, which makes no sense and I don't really care about whatsoever, but it's kind of like let's try to bring stuff together and enjoy it, and then we'll talk crap after. I don't know if I'm allowed to swear.
Oh, you're allowed to swear.
Okay, sweet. Fuck.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, because I'm actually, I live 15 minutes from the university, and I'm a diehard Michigan fan.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Well,
yes.
Then you'll be very excited to see the beginning of this show. I'm gonna get booed to holy fuck, but it's a secret.
Hey, man, I'll be cheering.
Okay, good.
So, hey, man, tell me, I seen that you guys got ripped off recently.
Oh yeah, the truck.
Yeah.
Stuff went missing. Bye. Yeah, it was pretty rough. I think we're dealing with it right now, but we have gear tonight, so at least Phil can play. But I think he's going to try to get replacement stuff soon. But it was a bummer. That's the first time anything that bad's happened. You know, we just show up, his windows shattered, stuff was ripped out of his car. I think some of my guitar picks went missing.
And that was down in Cincinnati, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So, and that's his hometown.
Yep. And it was at a hotel. It was really creepy. Just almost like violated. Like I felt bad for Phil, you know, because it's his truck, like personal truck. We're all just driving separate stuff because we all live in 3 different states, and you know we're just doing the Weekend Warrior stuff. So, just sucks that it was his personal car, not like a band van or something.
Yeah, I get it, man. I seen that Tom actually was started to GoFundMe for you, and I mean it was like that.
Yeah, I just heard about that today, and that's great news. I mean, it sucks that we have to kind of do that type of stuff, but it's great that people are more than willing to help. You know, like that's pure support, and that's very, very greatly appreciated.
Yeah, I mean, as the fans, man, I mean they're lining up for you and helping you out.
Yep.
And I mean, there's plenty of them out there tonight. So.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be fun.
So, where'd you guys play before here?
Oh, dude, you put me on the spot. I think the last show was Joliet. We did a couple shows outside of Chicago, which was cool. That's where I was born, so that's like second home to me, and I'm a Blackhawks fan, so.
Hell yeah.
Right.
So, what can we expect from you guys tonight?
Probably a mediocre performance, but we'll have a lot of energy, and there's a sign downstairs that says no moshing, or no stage diving, whatever, blah 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 blah, but it doesn't say no balcony diving. So I might take a dive tonight. We'll see how old our fans are. Sometimes, you know, if they're our age, they're like, no, don't. Okay.
Right. Yes. I mean, I've done several interviews here. Love this venue.
It's awesome.
It wasn't very long ago. I did one with Otherwise, and he come running off stage, jumped out there, and started singing with some little girl.
Adrian. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Adrian's a cool cat, man. Oh, yeah. Him, Bobby Emery, what was that? Wayne, man, he passed away. You know, that was pretty awesome to see him. But so these guys that you're touring with, is this on the whole tour or just?
No, it's kind of like rotating. September Morning, who played tonight, they played like 3 shows with us so far, and then a couple not, and then we've had a couple other bands. We're just kind of rotating depending on location. Like I said, you know, we're just bouncing back and forth. Right now we're still like in the Midwest type of shows, so we're just letting those guys swap around, but then we're going, you know, East Coast here in the next month or 2. So I'm not exactly sure. Like honestly, when I woke up yesterday, I forgot that we were like playing today here. Like, because when we're home during the week, I'm doing like this morning. I took my daughter to school and took my wife to work, and then I was like, oh crap, Jared's picking me up in 15 minutes. I'm packed. Sweet, let's go.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the good things though about starting back up. Is you've got to spend all that time with your family that you didn't when popularity was high. Because I remember when you guys released Poem. What was that, like 2002? I think. Yeah. Man, and I freaking loved it. I actually, the girl I was dating at that time drove her nuts with that song because of the break in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
right
she's like, all I ever hear is break, break, break. I'm like, just enjoy it.
Right.
Is that on the set list tonight?
Poem? Yeah, that's we'll never play a show not playing that, I don't think.
Yeah,
like, that's
yeah,
you know, a lot of people are coming, it's their first time seeing us, and that's cool for us, you know, because usually it's their grandparents that got them into us. But no, I mean,
I feel old now.
Poems to go to. No, that was like when we ended our last run, you know, while we were still going at it. I was like, oh, my uncle got me into you guys, and we're like, oh God, all right, you just aren't into us. You're young, okay, great. So we're getting used to it, but it's like a lot of them their first show because obviously we haven't done many, and so it's really cool to get to meet the new, you know, kids and fans, and you know they're always pretty impressed. So that.
Oh man, I've seen
Special.
kids like that tall down there.
Oh yeah. Oh really?
It's always at these kind of shows,
Okay.
man. I
Right
mean,
on.
always at King of Clubs, people bring their kids with them. I mean, my daughter's back here shooting pictures. She's 16, but you know, she was like, she hadn't heard you guys, and I was like, oh well, here's, you know, one of the more popular ones called Poem, and a little brand there, Blue Moon, love it. But no, you know, she was like, oh man, I can't wait to check them out. And, you know, I was playing a few of the songs through the car on the way up here for it to get a feel for it. But Scissors, man, when I talked to Phil about it, you know, before you guys released the album, he said this has been your baby for a while.
It has. I wrote probably 80% of this record 10 years ago to be the next Taproot record when we were still going, but a couple of us couldn't work with certain people anymore in the process, and so we just kind of sat on it for a while. Or I've been working on this 6 years, like, because I could only work 4 hours a week at like 5:30 in the morning doing, you know, like the day job and the family and all that. So it took me 6 years. The math works out though, because if it was the four of us going at it for like 2 months nonstop, 16-hour days, the math all adds up. It just took me 6 years because I did everything on my own, so it was kind of rough. But I didn't plan on it being a Taproot release, even though that's why I wrote it that way. Phil's the one that kind of helped make it that way. I thought I was just tracking stuff for maybe a couple thousand, you know, followers, just to be like, hey, here's the stuff I never did or you never got to hear, you know, so I'm just doing it. But Phil's like, fuck that, you know, you wrote this to be Taproot's record when you wrote it. Like, this is going to be Taproot's next record. And I'm like, okay, and then here we go, shows, you know, record release, managing, you know, everything's going. I'm just like, I that's why I don't know what's going on. I'm just like, okay.
You're just here to sing.
Yeah, I'll jump off stuff, whatever I can do. I don't know. We'll see.
So, what was behind the name Scissors?
I was going to release it under that name. Growing up as a hockey kid, you know, the sports guys, hockey kids especially, they have, you know, nicknames. They don't call you, you know, like, hey, Steve.
Right.
So that it's my initials are SSR.
Okay.
And so I was going to do it that way. You're good.
There's Phil.
There's Phil, the guy that made this all happen. So I was just going to release it as Scissors because I wouldn't want to be like, oh, here's the new album from Steve from Taproot.
Right.
Like, A, no one would care, and B, that sounds weird to me. So I was just like, I'm going to release it under a pseudonym and Scissors. That's my initials, and I spelled it a certain way for, you know, put the I in there for the lesbian act, because before all the pronoun stuff came up, which I'm totally fine with, swear to God, but years ago, before all this stuff, I was going to tell people that I consider myself a sci-fi lesbian.
Right.
So that's why I spelled it that way. And now it's like, it's just lesbian act. I fucking love it. Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. So, what, I mean, you spent 6 years creating this. You didn't think it was going to come out, and now you're out playing it. How does it feel to be out there on stage and actually watching this baby grow?
It's cool. It's like, you know, we've done a couple shows, and, you know, all the guys are still kind of getting used to playing the parts and stuff, so we're getting better and better, which is cool. But to me, it's just really fun, especially playing Favorite Song, our newest single release. Like, that is a real important song to me. And we had Elias from Nonpoint, did some guest vocals on there, which, you know, just took it from a 9.5 to a 10. So that's literally, it's called Favorite Song, and it's my favorite song. Like, sincerely. But it's cool just to see it, you know, we're getting better and better, and, you know, the songs are really cool. A lot of people respond really positively to them, and the people that have heard the record seem to love it, and I'm excited. You know, I would just wanted to get it out there, you know.
Right.
Even if you hate it, cool. But if you love it, sweet. I just wanted people to hear it,
Oh yeah, yeah. You got. I mean, you talk about Elias. I talked to him not too long ago. I mean, really cool guy, and that's how I kind of. I mean, I like to talk to up and coming bands, but I also like to talk to a lot of people from back in the day. I mean, in 2002, hell, I was in my 20s.
Yeah, me too.
So I mean, I was rocking just as hard then. I mean, I still, man, I'll be, down there in the pit taking pictures and stuff, and I'll be right there in the speakers. I love it.
That's where, hell yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go deaf someday, and it's gonna be because of rock and roll, but I don't care.
That's the crazy thing. Like, I grew up playing drums my whole life. I've never worn ear plugs, whatever, like on stage for 13 years, pretty much every night. Never worn earplugs, and I hear a couple frequencies every couple months where it's just like, I'm like, oh, there goes that one. Shit.
Right.
But I don't really have any problems hearing. It's my vision that sucks.
So, were you? How many more shows you guys got on this tour?
Probably about 10.
10?
Something like that, yeah, I think.
Where are you finding one out at?
We added one near home in Michigan. It's a club called Station 142, I think, something like that. It's supposed to be like pretty much the new place that a band wants to play when they're in Michigan.
Okay.
So I'm excited to play there. I don't think it's studio. I probably just fucked the name up.
Now, you guys obviously you had to do the Machine Shop, right?
We did 3 nights in a row at the Machine Shop.
Man,
Yeah.
I still haven't been there.
No?
No.
That's a go-to, and then apparently the new one, it's in Wyandotte, Michigan. Apparently that's one you go to. They're even in touch with Kevin from the Machine Shop, and he's trying to help them along, because it's not trying to compete anymore for Kevin. Kevin's established at the Machine Shop.
Right.
He's good to go. So if there's another club for people to go, it's not too close to interfere with attending. But no, it's Machine Shop was awesome. You got to try to get there.
Yeah,
for sure.
I'm going to have to sometime. I mean, several bands that I've talked to has played there, and I'm like,
Yeah.
and I mean, Michigan's it's been pretty hopping for music. I mean, you got Pop Evil coming here next month.
Right.
They're out of Michigan.
Yep.
Taproot. There's been several bands that I've talked to that are from up there, and it's just really cool that it's a neighboring state so close. I can
Right.
just drive up and see. Like I said, I haven't yet, but. This I don't know, man. This has just been my go-to venue. I've done one at the Newport,
beautiful.
and you ever played at Newport? Here in
Sounds
Columbus?
familiar, but dude, the way I drink port wine, I can't tell you. If you trigger a memory, I can picture it, but I can't. I know the name.
It's actually the oldest running rock club, continuously running rock club in America.
Oh no shit.
It used to be the Columbus Algora, and now it's the Newport.
Okay.
And I remember I did a interview with Boba Flex, and walking across the back of that stage, man, and thinking about all the people that's been on that stage.
Yeah.
My brother fucking got drunk with Angus Young in 1978
Oh no
there.
shit.
I was like, damn, I was 2. I was like, man, you lucky son of a bitch. But,
he must have been really drunk then.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, this is, Columbus is a good rock town. You guys, I know when everything first started, it was kind of a small crowd, but people have been trickling in and everything.
Oh, yeah.
And you're going to have definitely a good turnout tonight, man. And, looking forward to it. I'm really happy that you guys chose this place for your release party. I mean, my first ever release party.
Yeah.
So
Fair
I like
enough.
it.
Well, make sure you check the record out.
Oh yeah, I listened to a few of the songs, man, and I really do. I like it, man.
Cool.
I do.
Good.
But I've followed you guys since the beginning.
Right
I
on.
mean,
Yeah.
and it's just, like I said, Poem was the first one I ever heard. I know you had an album out before that.
Oh, yeah.
But Poem was the first one I ever heard, and I was like, holy shit, man, these guys are awesome.
That'll snag you in and go backtrack. Let's check out that first record. Not that bad. Cool. Right on.
Right. All right, Phil. Phil, shit.
It's all good.
Dude, Steven. I talked to Phil last time, guys. You know how I get
I'm
a little,
well aware, yes.
little scatterbrain.
it's
Steven,
all good.
I appreciate your time, man. And
Thank you. I have to go lefty. I have a broken knuckle from the last show.
That's what you was saying.
So I have to go lefty.
Was that from
sorry.
diving off of something?
No, we ended up playing a song that we don't usually play. We've played it numerous times, but ever since day one, every time we play that show, I already had the boxer's knuckle. Mm-hmm. So I already had it from doing the same thing, and then every time we play that song, I just re-break it. So it's like nonstop. There's no separation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I see that.
Like over there, it's and over here, it's
Hell, man. That looks a little rough.
yeah. So we'll probably get stuck playing that tonight. If we do, I'll smack it on the stage and go a couple times and then finish the song.
All right, man. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know the people of Columbus are looking forward to it. And, dude, I appreciate your time and just.
Likewise. I'm going lefty again.
Yep.
Sorry.
Have a good one, man.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.